I already reacted to a video like this once. I think it was actually my very first reaction video ever, actually. But there was another one where, you know, they have they added accurate dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park franchise, dinosaurs as in plural instead of singular. So I'm curious to see how this is going to go. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, let's see how this goes.
This is what the original Jurassic Park T-Rex breakout scene looks like. And this is what it looks like if it were done today with our modern understanding of dinosaurs.
Okay.
At the time, these were the most scientifically accurate dinosaurs we had ever seen on screen.
Yeah, because that was that's another thing. Like, this is what they had to work with back in, like, the 90s when this movie was made. If it was made in today, well, Jurassic Park franchise definitely would have gone a lot different. Yeah.
But after 29 years, they're obviously a bit outdated.
Yeah.
Which begs the question, what would these iconic movie scenes look like with modern depictions of these magnificent
I don't know,
animals?
you show me.
Well, to answer that, I went ahead and made scientifically accurate models of these 4 dinosaurs from the Jurassic Park franchise.
Alright, we got the Rex, Spino, Velociraptor, and that's the Giga, I think.
And added them back into the movies.
Okay.
How'd you do this?
I knew that I had to start nowhere else but with everyone's favorite queen, Rexy.
Yep.
I needed her to be based around real science and everything we now know about the real animal. So I downloaded this 3D scan of a real fossil and dropped it into Blender.
Okay.
But the head was a bit wonky. I then remembered that I had this guy sitting right next to me. So I went outside, took some photos with my phone, and after putting it into some software, bam, an accurate, unwonky T-Rex skull. And this provided the perfect base to start sculpting. This is where I really get to build up the forms and shapes of the creature and just really get her to look like a real, well-fed, living animal. This is actually my favorite part of the whole process. 15 million polygons later, the sculpt is all done. And now
I can already tell that a lot of work went into this. Like, this is really good.
One more thing. Color.
Oh, yeah.
Which is one of those things that doesn't fossilize.
Yeah,
So
is that still like a theory where like they don't know what kind of color the dinosaurs were? Is that like still a thing? Like where it's like the dinosaurs could be any color? Is that still a thing, or has that been like solved? Well, I guess we're about
what
to find
color should our dinosaurs be? Well, it's likely the dinosaurs were very brightly colored, just like modern birds.
Oh, okay.
More brightly colored than the ones in the movies. Except, any real fan will know that those dinosaurs are supposed to be female, which means that the more dull and brown coloring from the movie might actually be fairly accurate. So,
I guess that
since it
does
wasn't
make
broken,
sense.
I decided not to fix it.
Yeah.
I then gave it a skeleton and did something I've never done before. I added muscle simulation for that extra sense of realism. Once the model is finished, here is where you really see what has changed. She's chunkier, has lips, but other than that, it's actually not that much of a deviation, which goes to show how accurate that Jurassic Park T-Rex really was for the time.
Yeah.
But
Pretty
where
accurate.
are the feathers?
Oh.
T-Rex probably didn't have any.
Oh.
You see, it was probably just too big to have feathers. It would be akin to an elephant wearing a coat in the savannah. It would have made the animal overheat.
Yeah.
Maybe a peach fossil covering a scene in Prehistoric Planet would have been possible, but there's
Possibly.
little evidence for that also. And so, following Occam's razor and to save on some render time, I'm opting on a featherless T-Rex. In fact, she was so big that she probably couldn't even run, but her legs were so long that she could probably still beat you in a race.
Yeah.
And I was also able to add this animated raindrop material to really make her feel nice and wet. And to bring her into the movie was a process of matching the camera position and lighting of the original footage, rendering that out, and then comping her into the scenes inside of After Effects.
Ooh. Yeah, there was a lot of work put into this already. I can just tell. Like, this is amazing.
One thing left to do, and that's tell you about today's sponsor, Raid Shadow
Jesus.
Legends. Now, with everything out of the way, it's time to see what Jurassic Park would look like with a scientifically accurate T-Rex.
All right, let's see. Oh, we're doing the whole scene with it. Okay. Or part of it. Goat's gone.
Where's the goat?
Boom. Probably one of the most iconic scenes in the entire franchise. Ooh. Yo, that looks good. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another. I think that was another inaccurate thing they got, is that I don't think the T-Rexes ever roared or anything, or any of the dinosaurs, I think, because like I believe like some like there's those videos going around where they have like this is what an accurate T-Rex sounded like. I'll pull one up. Granted, this is probably just a speculation, but it's probably almost the most accurate thing we've got to work with. Because I hate to tell you, if I was in the middle of a dark forest and I just heard this sound out of fucking nowhere, I'm terrified. It sounds like a demonic goose. Like, no thanks. Like, that is not something I would ever want to hear. Yeah. I'll add that to the video description too. But yeah, that is not a sound I would like to hear at all, especially in a situation like this. Like, imagine you don't see the T-Rex hit and you start hearing that noise. But regardless, the sound is pretty cool. Oh yeah, fun fact: did you know that do you know the sounds in Jurassic Park were actually made by the sounds of animals having sex? Did you? Because that is a very true thing. Seriously, go look it up. You'll see I ain't bullshitting ya.
A few moments later.
Oh.
10.
Yeah, that was a stupid thing to do.
Can't see us if we don't move.
Another thing that has also been proven wrong. That whole don't moving thing.
Oh yeah,
doesn't actually
work.
work.
To mention that T-Rex might have the best eyesight.
Yeah,
like,
he's got
ever.
it.
So.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's more likely to happen.
However, T-Rex isn't the only dinosaur in this series. So
Yeah.
next up are the main villains of the franchise, the Velociraptor.
Yep.
Now, these guys need to be terrifying. But you see, a real Velociraptor was about the size of a dog. Not very scary.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I believe that the Velociraptors they used were actually more related to Utahraptors instead of the actual Velociraptors too. So yeah, which well, it definitely worked for effect, as those things look terrifying.
Scary, which explains why Spielberg based them on the biggest raptor we had yet found, Deinonychus.
Oh,
but even these
okay,
guys
never mind. I thought it was
enough.
okay. Never mind. I thought it was the Utahraptor. Never mind.
What are we to do? Luckily for us, during filming, they found this guy, a 6-foot-tall, 18-foot-long raptor giant. This is the Utahraptor.
Oh, okay, I was right.
I again started with a skeleton,
Okay.
and guys, its head was about the size of a man's torso. For comparison, here's the difference between a Velociraptor, a Deinonychus, and finally, the Utahraptor. This guy is terrifying.
Regardless, all of them are terrifying, actually. Like, even the dog-sized Velociraptor, especially if they all really can jump like the way they do in the movie. Like, no, thank you. I would not want any of those things jumping on me. Like, because that is not... That will most likely always result in death.
Except for its jaw. Some people might
Oh.
think I made a mistake, but no, it very much looked like that. It
Oh.
was perfect for gobbling up hot dogs or starting a shrimp business. And unlike the T-Rex, this guy was definitely covered in feathers.
Okay.
So the little fat kid in the movie who says,
More like a 6-foot turkey.
So you have chosen death.
was more right than he could ever know. Because you see, not only would it have looked like a giant turkey, but it probably would have been about as intelligent. This
Yeah.
leads us to a question I want to address. Could a raptor have opened a door
Oh,
shown
yeah,
in the movie?
could it?
Well, not even modern birds can figure out how to...
Oh.
Oh, well then,
Well,
no? However, unlike
maybe they can open doors. I mean, we got other animals that know how to open doors. We got lions that open doors. My dog that you sometimes hear barking in the background, sometimes she actually knows how to open doors. Yeah, she actually does. So, yeah, animals can learn to open doors. So, those guys most likely can open doors.
humans, dinosaurs couldn't pronate their wrists. And so if they tried this, well, their wrists would break. So I had to animate it in such a way that it could grip the handle without its palm. With the animation
With
and
its
model
mouth?
now finished, we once again go through the process of coming here into
Because I can still definitely see it biting the handle and just turning its head and then putting it there. Like, I can still see it opening its door. This looks so goofy. I don't know why, it just looks like a goofy face right here.
The scenes, and without further ado, here you have the kitchen scene from Jurassic Park with a scientifically accurate raptor.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, go ahead and go. Find your hiding spot. There it is. Yeah, like animal, that's probably like I don't know, I'm pretty sure like the handles with the doorknobs with the handles like that are much easier for animals to open than other doors, because like yeah, my bedroom door is like the turning knobs where without the handle, so you know that one's I mean, they're granted they can still be open by animals, but just not as easy as this. Like this is easy for an animal to figure out. Like, it probably could have just gripped it with its mouth and just opened it that way. Here comes.
Toby, what is it? It's a raptor.
Not one, but two. There we go. Is Tim about to get killed?
But now let's see it with an accurate velociraptor.
Oh. Okay. It's just struggling just to open the door.
Next up, the dinosaur was probably hell of the worst, the spine.
I just got dogged on.
Saurus. Now, to be fair, in 2001, when they made the third movie, there wasn't that much information available.
Yeah.
However, recent discoveries has given us a much better look at one of the...
Yeah, that is a thing that they did have. Like, there wasn't really a lot to work with the Spino at the time.
franchise's most controversial dinosaurs. And oh boy, are you guys in for a ride. Why? Because this guy...
Actually, yeah, that's another thing. Like, this guy... The Spinosaurus did have, like I looked at some people discussing Spinosaurus, and oh my god, the amount of shit they just... I see just going over it. Like, holy shit. Like, just... There's quite a lot with it going on.
Was weird.
Yeah.
How weird? Firstly, he was gigantic. 50 feet long and truly one of the largest and biggest meat eaters that ever lived.
Yep.
But weird. Long arms, short legs, its crocodile-like head, and its paddle-like tail which it likely used to propel itself forward in the water to catch fish. And all this points to one thing. It seemed to be at least semi-aquatic. So how much different is this weird chimera of a dinosaur from what we thought? Well, this is what he looked like in the movies, this is what he looked like in 2013, and now here's her modern reconstruction.
Alright.
A far cry from the terrestrial beasts seen in the movies. And it's clear that this guy wasn't spending too much time hunting on land. Which brings us to the most controversial scene in the entire franchise.
Oh, yeah.
The one that I knew you guys would want me to address. Could a Spinosaurus actually beat a T-Rex?
No.
And well, for that, I'm just going to refer to paleontologist Dr. Dave Hone.
I refuse on principle to answer the question who would win in a fight between, because I think it is the most trite, boring, and uninteresting thing that one could possibly say about dinosaurs, even in fiction. But it's T-Rex.
It comes down to T-Rex being just too heavily armored by dinosaurs, especially when compared to
To be fair, he's not wrong. I mean, the T-Rex doesn't win.
Spinosaurus. With its super powerful bite force, as soon as he got the initial neck bite in,
That was it.
well, it's game over.
Yeah, that's just it.
However,
I said that on Goji Center's video on this. Like, the moment it bit down on that fucker's neck, that was it. That was the fight. Like, it would have ended just there. Like, there was nothing else.
love the Spinosaurus.
That, and I believe while also filming that scene, I think one of the reasons they had that happen is because the animatronic they used for the T-Rex was I'm not 100% on this, but the animatronic they used for that fight for the T-Rex what actually got broken in the middle of that too. I think that's another reason why they had that happen. Or something along the lines of that happening. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm not 100% on this, but yeah, that's a thing about that. So yeah.
And I think the debate takes away from how cool and unique this dinosaur really was. So instead, for recreation, since everything about his anatomy points to him being a swimmer, there's no better scene to recreate than the one in the river, to really show off Spinosaurus in its natural habitat.
Yep.
And once again, with all that out of the way, here is Jurassic Park 3 with a scientifically accurate Spinosaurus.
All right. I know a lot of people said that Jurassic Park 3 was like one of the worst Jurassic Parks, but I actually rewatched it recently, and I'm not gonna lie, it actually isn't that bad. I mean, it's not beating the first and second one, but nor Jurassic World, but it's actually still not that bad. It really isn't. I just, watched it, and I was just like, it's actually pretty enjoyable. Yeah. My opinion, of course. Nope. There it is. Nope.
A few moments later.
Alright. Oh, shit. Did it catch on fire? And why would you... Okay, well, what happened now? Okay, it's running off.
I wanted to do at least one dinosaur from the new movies, but considering the first two films feature fictionalized hybrids, there was only one option.
Yeah, because whenever you do make a hybrid, you can pretty much do whatever you want with it, which is why, well, despite what anyone thinks about the Jurassic World fraction of the series, well, you can't deny that the hybrids they made in that were pretty fucking awesome and badass as shit.
Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
The Giganotosaurus.
Yep.
Oh boy. Now this, while definitely a cool design, is also one of the least accurate depictions of any dinosaur in the entire franchise.
Yeah, especially since they said that this motherfucker was supposed to be like Joker, which... First of all, I don't know how the hell you make a dinosaur like the Joker, but this thing was nothing like the Joker. Like, that is... I don't know why the director said, like, hey, we're gonna make the antagonist dinosaur like the Joker. This thing was nothing like that. But the one dinosaur that could actually be somewhat comparable to the Joker was the Indoraptor. And if you don't believe me, well, just watch Fallen Kingdom again and just think of how the Joker would act, and then just think about the shit the Indoraptor was doing. Because, well, you get something that's at least somewhat related to the Joker, I guess. But the Giganotosaurus, nope, not even close.
Especially considering that we have quite a few fossils of the real animal, and the one shown in the movie could be mistaken for another hybrid. So what did the Giganotosaurus actually look like? Well, if T-Rex was a Mike Tyson of the Cretaceous, then the Giganotosaurus would be the Usain Bolt, built much more for speed and athleticism compared to a heavyweight brawler. And I think that really comes through in our model. So, was he truly the biggest meat eater that ever lived? Well, he was definitely big, but really probably about as big as T-Rex. From the puzzle we have, any size difference is kind of negligible.
I think I heard that it was just only like a little bit bigger than a T-Rex, but I could be wrong.
So Spinosaurus is still the king in that regard. However, this time I was just running low on time, so instead I brought him into Unreal Engine, where I rebuilt the entire scene from scratch. And so here is Jurassic World Dominion with a scientifically accurate Giganotosaurus.
Okay. Well... I don't think he should be eating that. Oh, okay.
Giganotosaurus. Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
A few moments later.
I for real thought he was about to die in that scene. Is he going to in this one?
And there you have Jurassic Park
guess
with
not.
scientifically accurate dinosaurs. Let me know which one was your favorite. And alright guys, subscribe and I'll see you later.
Probably the T-Rex for me. That's, well, it's the king for a reason, I guess. Actually, I take it back. I like the Velociraptor more. Because just seeing that thing just trying to jump up and get inside was hilarious. But yeah, there was definitely... it was definitely a really entertaining video. Had a lot, and some corrections made too, which was really nice to see. So yeah, and it's also just amazing that this one dude, what was it again? Film core. It's amazing how he alone was able to do what, you know, a studio in Hollywood with $1 million budget failed to do, or not failed to do exactly, but just did what they just managed to do with the cost of millions of dollars to make, and he did it all by him damn self. It's amazing. It really is. Fans know what they're doing whenever it comes to whenever it comes to, you know, franchises and stuff. They usually know what they're doing most of the time, because, well, they're the people you're trying to sell the stuff to, and you know, you give them what you want, you usually get good results. Which is why people should really listen whenever they're making something, and the fans are asking for something. You should probably listen to them. Well, as long as it isn't something that's entirely friggin' stupid, which I don't have any examples for that, but I know that there are definitely some stuff where people are asking something that is absolutely friggin' stupid in some series or whatever. But yeah. Anyways, I got nothing else to say about this. This was a really good video that I really enjoyed. If you liked it, like it, and dislike if you dislike it, I guess. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a good day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.